Mike Harley caught 38 passes last year, 3 touchdowns, 13 yards per reception, 21 receptions in 2018. Is Mike Harley a big disappointment?
No, he's not. You just wanted him maybe to flash what he flashed at St. Thomas Aquinas a little bit more. You know, it finally took him until this past year to score his first touchdown as a collegiate player. You maybe wanted a few more of those. You maybe wanted to see him get loose on a punt return or something, even though he wasn't necessarily the punt returner, you know. So, I mean, I think that, like, you just want to see maybe a little bit more from him. But to call him a disappointment per se, no, I don't think so. And everybody's not going to be a day one superstar. Everybody's not going to be Amon Richards with 934 yards, breaking Michael Irvin's freshman receiving record, you know, and literally jumping over guys the moment he steps on campus. Everybody's not going to be that. And I think that Mike Harley's had a pretty good career. I think that he has, you know, there have been some things that have been left to be desired from his performance and things like that, but I'm not going to call that a disappointment. And we've seen players recently at many positions who have been a disappointment. And though Mike Harley has not had just the uber performance that he did at St. Thomas, at Miami, I don't think that that's fallen into the realm of a disappointment.
And also consider, when I look at a wide receiver, I think what player, what position is more dependent on other positions than any position on the field, and it's wide receiver, especially when they get rated first and foremost statistically. They're dependent on the quarterback, who's dependent to a certain extent on the offensive line. What have been two sore spots for Miami football in the last several years? Quarterback and offensive line. So you've had quarterbacks who have maybe made some plays at times, but haven't had the offensive line support. You've also had inconsistent quarterback play, to be kind, especially in 2017 and 18. I would call it most of the time abysmal quarterback play, where the rest of the team, meaning the skill position players and the defense in particular, lifted the team to the accomplishments it enjoyed, especially in 2017. And obviously he wasn't around too much for that, but 2018 and 19, the same thing, very inconsistent quarterback play.
Yeah, but I mean, last year he was the second leading receiver in terms of catches. Brevin Jordan had more yards on three fewer catches. Okay, Jeff Thomas only played 10 games and he had fewer catches than Mike Harley. You know, D. Wiggins had 20 catches. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 more people who had 14 or more catches. You know, so like 38 catches is not crazy. You go back to 2018, okay, like all the numbers were very low because the quarterback play in 2018 was openly very bad. But you have, you know, Mike Harley had 21 catches. The only two players who had more catches than him that year were Brevin Jordan with 32, Jeff Thomas with 35, and then he had the same number of catches as Lawrence Cager and only 2 more than Travis Homer. And that is, you know, Darrell Langham and DJ Dallas combined, and and D. Wiggins, they combined for another 30 catches between those 3 guys. You know, so he's still tied for third then. And then as a freshman, sure, he had 9 catches in 11 games. But again, Braxton Berrios in 2015, 55 catches. Chris Herndon, 40. Amon Richards in 8 games had 24, and that was, you know, the last year that we saw Amon Richards, unfortunately. Jeff Thomas had 17 as a true freshman. Lawrence Cager had 16. Travis Homer had 18. Like, and as that year with Mike Harley as a freshman, which one of those players is he playing in front of? You know what I mean? And he still he still had 9 catches that year and things like that. So, I mean, I get it. But everybody's not going to be that. Everybody's not going to be, you know, Stacey Coley had great numbers. He was a freshman All-American his freshman year. You know what I mean? Amon Richards set the Miami Hurricanes freshman receiving yardage record as a freshman. Everybody's not going to be that. And I mean, 9 catches, 21 and 35, progressing up the last 3 years. Sure, you might want to, again, to have seen him find the end zone before his sophomore or his junior year. You might want to have seen him as a punt returner or things like that. You might have wanted that. But I just don't see going back to 2018 or 2017 which of those players Mike Harley was going to play in front of and take those stats away from, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see that. So again, I think that, yes, you could have maybe wanted to see more from him overall, but as a disappointment, I just disagree with that in terms of Mike Harley. I just do.